Atem hadvekim, Hashem lekechem, Chaim kulchem hayom. That you should be clean, double, tied to the Rebbe Shalom, to Hashem, Chaim kulchem hayom. And you should lead lives, Chaim kulchem, all of you, today, Chaim, you should lead a life of living. Be double clean to the Rebbe Shalom, and to live in this world, Chaim kulchem hayom. Atem, there's 3 times when we find in the Torah, Sholem Seir, there's 3 times we find the word Atem. Once is by Vatem Tiuli, Mamlechas Parshas Yisrael, Vatem Tiuli, Mamlechas Kohanim B'Goy Kodesh. Rebbe, he gathers together his children, and he tells them, you should be to me a Mamlechas Kohanim, a kingdom of Kohanim, the Goy Kodesh, the sanctified nation, people that are sanctified, full of Kedusha, spiritual. A 3rd time is V'atem Puravu. And all you should live Atem Puravu, a mitzvah of raising a mishpacha, having a family. And so all 3 are tied together. And this is the essence of a Torah and what a Yid is supposed to be. A Yid is supposed to be Atem Tiyum Mamlechas Kohanim B'Goy Kodesh. A Yid is supposed to be sanctified, spiritual, and lead a life meaningful, full of inspiration. But still in all, the Atem Hadvekim Hashem Lekechem, even though you cling to the Rebbe Shalom and you lead a spiritual life, Chaim kulchem hayom, you have to lead a normal life, a normal existence. And therefore, Atem Puravu, that's why you have to lead a normal life, you grow up, you have to settle down, you marry, you have a mishpacha, all 3 things together. V'chai bohem lo yishem with bohem. A Yid, the Torah was given v'chai bohem, that a person should live with the mitzvahs. He shouldn't deprive himself, deny himself. He shouldn't in any way suffer siguf v'inuyim, to punish himself, to starve himself. V'chai bohem, a person v'chai bohem, he should live. The Gemara said there's machlekes between 2 Tanoim, Rebbe Kiva, 2 Tanoim, that if someone is traveling in the desert and he has 1 flask of water, Kitin Shamayim, and there's someone traveling with him, in the flask there's only enough for 1 person, they're suffering exhaustion and thirst, and there's enough in the flask only to sustain 1. If he'll want to be he'll want to love his neighbor, so if he'll divide it and give his neighbor half, and he'll take half, neither will survive. What do you do? So machlekes Tanoim. One time it says that you should divide it. You shouldn't be stone-hearted. You shouldn't see how his brother passes out from thirst, dies from starvation. So he shouldn't just take it for himself. He should drink half and give you all half. So Rabbi Kiva says, Chayecha koimin. Rabbi Kiva says, no. He says, your life comes first, and you should drink that flask of water and remain alive. The Sfas Emes says that the only one that could possibly hold halachically that he should drink it himself is only Rabbi Kiva. Because Rabbi Kiva, he was from the Asar Ugei Malchus. He was in the 10 that the Romans, Yimach Shimon, they put him to a very gruesome death. And while they were torturing him to death, so Rabbi Kiva had only one thing in mind. He says, Kol yamai ho'ishim mitztayer. My entire life, I always longed for it. I wanted to know, how is it possible that you should give away your life, give away to the Bnei Shlem. He said, now it came to this point where because of Torah mitzvahs, so the Romans are taking his life. Memory says, now came the point where I can be Mekayim B'chol Nafshechot, that I should give away my life for the Bnei Shlem. So only somebody like Akiva, that his whole life was consumed, every fiber of his being was consumed and led only in one direction to that goal, al b'chol nafshecha, to be able to serve the Bnei Shlem. He could say Chayecha Kodman, somebody else could. Mechanani B'nakash Oimer, God's HaKadosh Baruch Hu Zakish es Yisrael, V'tikachim lan Torah Mitzvah Shnema, Ad Nechov Izman Tzidko Yad V'Torah Yadir.